All right, man. History with Cooli.
Man, so I'm one of the only American hip hop artists to have a license remix with AC/DC. A lot of people don't know before AC/DC was AC/DC, their band used to be called Heaven. So I got what I'm saying,
Yeah, I
license
remember
deal
that.
with that. And there's a song that was released under my old alias CB, aka Country Boy. I used to go by Country Boy, and the song's called Fantasy. But anyways, I was working with some management from Canada. They, working with a company from Australia. They were doing a documentary on ACDC. Long story short, lo and behold, they brought me in. We did a remix song, you know what I mean? And it's called Fantasy, man. You know what I'm saying? They was bringing a bunch of legendary rock and rollers too to remix a lot of AC/DC songs too, like Green Day and Aerosmith and
Damn.
Metallica, just to name a few, you know what I'm saying? And they're working on that documentary. So it was like 2016, 2015, 2016 when that happened. I was in LA, we cut the track. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. It was crazy good time. So, but I'm trying to. We working right now too because I want to re-release it under the Cooli Booli alias. You know what I'm saying, and do all that and have that. But still to this day, the only American hip hop artist to have a licensed AC/DC remix.
You gonna do you like foresee any problems being able to do that to release that?
Yeah, because I mean it's been a little weird from the get go. You know what I mean? Because they released the record and we kept going back and forth. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of revenue involved back and forth. And unfortunately my manager that was involved, unfortunately he passed away. So he was overseeing the deal and RIPJ. You know what I'm saying? It's been a couple years, but. I've been trying to negotiate with the company from Australia to re-release it and redo it under the Cooli Booli alias, and hopefully we can, make some type of agreement. But if not, I still got all the stems. So
If you could go back to the time that it was recorded and you made the deal and everything was done,
yeah,
is there anything that you would go back and redo that you would look at now and be like, man, I should have did this to make this process easier for me to be able to re-release it under the Cooli Booli name? Like, would you go back? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
yeah, I would have been more diligent on that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like still kind of new to the game and new to learning the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? The business side.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's crucial in this game, and especially with publishing and all that, is that paperwork. So, but when you have companies or people putting up the bread to make these things happen, of course they're gonna have majority ownership. So you kind of gotta go with the flow. That's what I was doing. I was going with the flow. It was opportunity. I wanted to make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And it could have been done differently on the business side, but we live and we learn.
You think the money kind of like just the company putting up the money and all that kind of like finessed you to rush into it without really thinking about the future and what could happen with the AC/DC track that you acquired?
Not only that, like one thing I learned about this game too, and with working with these companies and these record companies and stuff like that too, is it is kind of finesse because certain thing does cost money. A lot of this stuff does cost money, but if you don't know the inner workings and how all this happens, then me being an artist or like my manager, he was the investor on the whole situation. They were overcharging us so much that you know what I'm saying. And not to throw anybody under the bus or talk crap or anything like that, but there was a lot of things that was paid and there was a lot of money involved, and I know it didn't cost all that money. You know what I'm saying? But basically, it put me in the red and put me in a situation where, like, I kind of just got to go with the flow because, I don't have majority ownership.
Yeah.
So I don't have no say so. I just gotta, I'm just the artist. They're licensing my voice pretty much at that point. So.
What you got, Ms. Rain?
What I have to say too is that I know that what Cooli's doing, if you want to say it's Cooli, Stick Up King, whatever you want. The thing is, they'll tell you how much money they're putting down. But the thing is, we have to know that our talent is what brings in everything.
Absolutely.
So don't tell us it's about the money when the talent brings in everything.
Well, they knew that. You know, that's why.
They knew that. But I'm going to just say this for all other artists. Because one thing that me and Cooli going to do together, I'm Rainy Love, by the way. But one thing that's going to bring us different from everybody else is because we're not going to let nobody fool anybody else about the money.
No.
What's your ringtone? It pays the cost to be the boss. You know, now put your money down. Invest in what you want to do. Now do that wholeheartedly. But if you have a team, make sure you're taking care of your team too. Right. But my thing is, with all these record labels, they want to tell us about this money and how it moves and shake and all that. But I would just say for all other artists, and Cooli would agree, make sure they're working for you and not against you. Mm-hmm. Make sure they're working with you, if anything. If you're going to put down the money, work with me. Yeah. Don't work against me. The thing is, you know that they were working.
You know, that's one thing I'm grateful
for you.
We was talking about that too earlier, you know, but one thing I'm grateful for is going through all that so we can learn the inner workings of the game and the business side so we can better operate. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But also knowing and having that knowledge and knowing how this works, sometimes too, it can kind of work against us because they know that they can't finesse us. So sometimes they might not necessarily want to work with us because they know that, you know what I mean? And that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're like this. We want to work with any and everybody. If especially you got a good idea or you bring something to the table or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We want to work with everybody and we want to break bread with everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The bad part about that is nowadays is everybody got a silver cup out. Mm-hmm. Whether it's online or, you know, in your face in the studio, like, hey, pay me. But in reality,
make sure you can put something in mine and I'll put something in yours.
You know what I'm saying? Take care of each other. Yeah, you know, whether you're even trading talents, you know what I'm saying? If you got a videographer, or you got a producer, you know, trade talents. You know what I mean?
Everybody got to get paid.
You know, if you ain't got the money, a lot of people don't. Some people do, whatever. But at the same time, too, if you do and you do make it, treat your people right. You know what I mean? It's just a damn shame.
And that's one thing that me and Cooli were talking about. We've had a lot of people that said that they wanted to work with us. A lot of people want to work with Cooli first. Like, no lie, this is my dude. Like, he has paved the way. I've always had his back, but when I saw what people were doing with him, I'm like, I'm going to put my gifts with him and we'll see what it does. Two brains work better than one. But my thing is, too, is that... No, crazy. But another thing, too, I feel like if we as artists make our money, we want our videographer to make money. Mm-hmm. We want our graphic designer to make money. We want everybody that put their hat, put something in the hat. Everybody got to make money. Because that's when what is success? Success is when you know that everybody that's, trying not to curse, everybody that's messing with you, we can all eat from this pot.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you want to do something now, and I'll tell this to any other artist that's doing something now, anybody you work with, make sure everybody can eat from the pot. Yeah. Now, I know this too because I've seen what Cooli has dealt with. I've seen him through every name change and everything else, but he's a hard worker. He's going to grind like no other.
Yeah, it's, you know, that's what, you got to work. Consistency is key. Mm-hmm. You know, you got that. We got that saying. You got some artists win the lottery. You get that one hit, and that's, you know, they live off the hit forever. You know, but until you get that, you got to keep working. You know what I'm saying? You got to work, and consistency wins. You got to keep working. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, once you get that one that finally hits and you take off, they're going to go back and listen to everything. So it's important to build that catalog. You know what I'm saying? Keep working.
Oh, yeah.
And at the same time, while you're working, you're going to find your sound, you're going to find your voice, you're going to grow. It's going to grow you in a whole bunch of directions, you know. So
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah,
shit.
crazy.
Hell yeah, man. Well, fuck.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm one of the only American hip hop artists to have a legitimate licensed remix with ACDC. You can look it up. It's under my old alias CB, aka Country Boy. I used to go just by Country Boy, but they had to put the CB aka in that mug. It's called Fantasy. Look it up, man. It's out there, man, for real. It was
Shit, man. That's crazy. It's crazy what you've had to go through just to be where you're at right now and all the name changes and
yeah.
just how the industry kind of just handled you. You know what I mean? I guess the best thing to advice is don't let the industry handle you, you know?
Gotta keep moving, man. You know what I mean? It's business. And at the end of the day, this music entertainment is still the streets. It's still the streets. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to keep moving, and be able to keep adapting. You know what I mean? I used to go by Country Boy. They thought it was a bad look because people would see me and they're like, this cat is not country at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They thought I was doing country music because that was when I was working with that company from Australia. You know what I mean?
You know, I noticed like there's a lot of white rappers, country rappers from like what they call the South. And you know what I'm saying? Their claim to the South is that they know David Allen Coe. You know? And it's just like, you know, like.
Don't even get me started on that country rap stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, man, but.
I'm old school. I've been doing hip hop for a long time. You know what I mean? And that's what I started off, and that's what I'm rooted in. I love it. I love funk. So I love all music. You know what I mean? For real, for real. But, you know, people, I always stayed away from the trends and all that. Like, I do me, and that's all I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for the last few years now with the whole country rap thing, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people trying to go that route because it is, you know what I'm saying? It is a new market, and it is working for a lot of people. But it's not, it ain't country rap. You know what I mean? It's cats that's living in the trailer park and saying that they from the country, and you know, just they're not making it no real urban shit. So they saying it's country rap.
You have to rap.
I mean, the one thing I say about like artists in general, man, is like if you're an artist, you know, anybody might like your shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I never knew what the fuck a Picasso was all about. But apparently it's worth a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm assuming you're moving yourself around to build value with yourself and the places that you're moving to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You did that song with Charlie Boy.
Yeah.
That actually became a pretty good track, good hit for you last year.
You gotta do that video.
And then, like, I mean, shit, you doing a lot of work here lately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you're still moving.
We got a lot of things in the works, too, you know. One thing is a little, like I was, you know, we were talking about that earlier. One thing that, excuse me, it's a little, because I do such an array of music, as, you know, as Rainy does, too, you know, so it makes it a little difficult sometimes. You know, burping that beer and shit. It makes it a little difficult to figure out what we're going to do next because we got so many ways, so many directions we could go.
Yeah.
We could do hip hop. We could do trap. Of course, we could do funk and soul. We could do pop. Shit, we could do EDM. We could do country. When we get off here, I'm gonna play the country beats that we've been working on, rock and roll beats and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to put us in no box. We really trying to do some revolutionary stuff that, no matter what, at the end of the day, my whole goal is I want to bridge gaps in age and race. Like, I want to bring everybody together. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I want to bring, especially when we do funk music, I want you to be able to bring grandma and great grandma to the show, as well as the kids and everybody come and have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bring all that together. You know what I mean? And bridge those gaps in not only age but race, and bring everybody together. I'm trying to unify everybody.
Like one song that I remember was like Mambo Number 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like Mambo Number 5, man, you can still hear that play, and all the girls gonna shake their booty to it whenever they hear it.
Come on.
And when the DJ drops it in the club, it's gonna hit.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, I can see that coming. You know what I'm saying?
Depends on what club you're in, but definitely.
Definitely, yeah, true.
It's gonna jam.
It's gonna jam. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But like you said,
It's those classics. You know.
it's those classics. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna know it. and you're gonna lose your mind. But you know, it is what it is, man. Real quick, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
The $250K to buy your name.
Man, come on, man. I had so
Make it get to the chase,
just real
man.
quick. You know, I had recently. That was last year. You know, I had a company that wanted to give me a deal. You know, and basically they were gonna give me. They wanted to give me like a $250,000 check, and they were gonna put me on. They wanted a really big percentage. I was just like, you know, that's a lot, you know, let's negotiate. So I negotiated down to like 50-50, you know, but I'll let y'all own the masters with the music that I do for y'all. But the thing is, y'all gotta understand too, I'm coming on as not just an artist, I'm coming on also as a producer and a songwriter. I want to bring hits to the stable and give hits to the other artists on the label. You know what I'm saying? Not just for me. So that was a little difficult. They didn't know everything I could do. And then when they see me like really do this live and really, you know what I'm saying, freestyle, like how I get down and what I really do, and I really do this, that's what really shocked them. So they were like, okay, you know, we will be willing to do the 50-50, but we gotta own the rights to your name. You know what I mean? If we give you this check. And I'm like, man, that's not enough. You know what I mean? Like you gotta give me. You gotta put some more zeros on this check. If y'all see the vision, y'all see what we doing, but that's not enough money. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know. So basically, long story short, you know, I tried to negotiate too. Like I'll take less money, a sign-on bonus. Just give that to me. Let me do that as a sign-on bonus. Because I know one thing about this industry, they might give you this $250,000 check, but that's my working capital.
Yeah.
So they're gonna charge me studio time. They're gonna charge me videos. They're gonna charge me XYZ. Plus I gotta pay taxes. I gotta pay my lawyers. I gotta pay all this. So really, that $250,000 really ain't no money. You know what I mean?
Let them know what you're about too. You're an artist that can also do your own videos. You have videographers that work with you. You got producers that you work with, and you work on beats as well.
We got a team. We got studios. We got all that. We don't need to use all y'all stuff. All we need, really, what I told them. And they know that too, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? I said, I just need y'all to, they said, well, we can push the button and make you famous. I said, I understand that. I know it's a numbers game. That's the whole thing. That's what they were saying to me. You know, we got to get your numbers up. I understand that. We all got to get our numbers up, you know, because that equals dollars. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. Y'all literally have the power to push the button and make me famous overnight. You know what I mean? I do it like this. I'm going to keep it G. I say, look, I'll go 50-50 with y'all. Y'all can own the masters of the music. I do with y'all for 5 to 7 years, whatever, we'll work it out. But after that, then it's gonna be on me. I gotta keep creative control. I'll take 150,000. Y'all keep 100,000. Put that in marketing. But that's me. That's my sign-on bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta eat.
Oh yeah.
I gotta eat. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna get a check, and I need this to be a revolving door. So anybody I want to bring through the door with me, y'all gotta listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do some whole other stuff.
Yeah.
They couldn't wrap their head around it. You know what I mean? Oh, we gotta get your numbers. They were still the numbers thing. We gotta get your numbers up. We gotta do, you know, the social media, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I got real fans. I got real fans around the country that rock with me, and I know that movement keeps growing. So we getting to the point that I can do this independently. That I'm not gonna need y'all no more. They gonna keep me paid. You know what I mean? But I told them one thing that I stand on. Y'all going and making influencers and people overnight. Y'all making people popular that doing music that don't have no business doing music. That's why a lot of people can't perform, and a lot of people, they might last a year and then they fade out because, you know, they don't have no business doing music. Y'all signing people that's popularity contests instead of real.
That's like somebody hitting the lotto. They don't know how to keep it because they didn't make it. It was given to them.
I said one thing. I said. That's why Motown and Michael Jackson and some of these old school names is still outselling y'all big labels to this day because they gave a damn about the product, the music, the record. It's still classic to this day. You can still play that to this day, and it's still selling.
Oh yeah,
millions of copies.
Oh yeah.
We got to get back to that.
Too. That's why a lot of people believe in you because you can.
Shit, that beat you just dropped, man, was out of this world.
Wait, this is my husband, so I gotta say this too.
We gotta
no
get
matter
back to
what,
that.
he has a lot of people that try to do what he does. But the thing is, when you're a creator, you can always create.
Absolutely.
No matter what you do, if somebody copy off you, and I'm saying this even for the younger crowd and for what we're doing, there's a lot of people that will replicate what you do, but they can't do it like you do it.
No.
They can't do Cooli.
No.
That was one thing Rashid said in the interview I did with him was like, if you can't create, as long as I can create, I'll always be able to feed myself and feed my family.
Facts.
The moment that I can't create, then something's wrong.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I remember even pointing that out, like, being able to create is the main thing.
That, and we're grown. I'm not gonna put our age out there, but we grown. We not no little 19, 20-year-old kids trying to figure life out. That's one thing. Like real talk, a lot of these labels and investors and people, they get these kids and cats that come from hard situations and they pimp them because they're trying to get out. They see that dollar sign and they willing to do whatever for that money. One thing, I'm a hustler, and I tell that to everybody, and I tell these labels the same thing. I'm never gonna be on no sucker shit for a dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? Paper at the end of the day is still paper. I'm a hustler. I go get money. I go dig a ditch tomorrow if I got to. You know what I'm saying? I go work. I go mow lawns. I do whatever the fuck I gotta do to feed my family. I'm never scared to work. You know what I mean? I do what need to be done. Y'all can never buy me. We've been in rooms with big millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Big millionaires, even with the Grammy shit and all this shit. And they looking at us with envious eyes. Because at the end of the day, that's all y'all got is that money. We got something that money can't buy. We got something that money can't buy.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all want to work with us, hey, we want to work. Let's go. Let's level up. Let's get this. You know what I'm saying? We want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Anybody that want to invest in us and want to work, shit, we all going to be good. You know what I'm saying? But we need a team that's willing to let their nuts hang like us, and let's go kick down some doors and let's make some shit happen. We on some revolutionary shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Get your stuff back and some.
Come on.
Shit, well, we about to get in some more of these beats, man, that Cooli got going on.
Yes.
And, yeah, man, we got something for you, man. We got something we're going to bring across Houston. Because Cooli got a beat he finna drag right across Houston like nuts.
Man.
Yes.
And some funky shit.
Man, shout out to Reckless, though. My boy, WrekklessNtx. Hey, ever since we met, I always kept it solid. And I appreciate that. And that's one thing
always
I love and I appreciate.
Thank you, Steve.
And this is one thing I love about doing music. I love meeting people, and especially real people and silent people that we can connect with and do what we love most and create and make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So
already, man.
Real, man.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do it for the underdogs because the underdogs always gonna stay on top. Because if you're right here, you can always climb. So let's go to the top. Have a nice day.
Let's go.
Let's go.